The stakes are never higher than with the script. Don't make the mistake that many novice filmmakers do, which is to ignore story in favor of shooting a bunch of big Hollywood production value shots, stringing them together, and calling it a film. I have to assume that if you're listening to this audiobook, you already have an idea of the story you'd like to shoot. Perhaps your original idea will change after listening to this audiobook. Regardless, what you have to do is make sure this script is good enough to shoot, the length matches your story, and your story is a short one. A great short begins with a solid story and characters. You need to know who these people are, what they look like, what kind of underwear they wear, what you'd like to happen to them, and most importantly, what they want and what they'd like to happen to them. Yes, you should make sure the wardrobe matches the character. Often a simple outfit tells us who this character is. In that first 10 seconds we meet them. As does the job they do, the person they're sleeping with or not sleeping with, the language they use, and the breakfast drink they choose. People are not stupid. If your character walks out of his bedroom in boxer shorts and a ratty Rolling Stones t-shirt, makes coffee, and lights up a cigarette, an audience member in Nigeria will understand the essence of this setup. But remember, if I just use that as an example, it means that I've seen it 100 times. And you should seek out a fresher way to show the guy with a dream but no willpower to achieve it character. When you know your characters, you'll understand exactly how to get who they are across to your audience. How to lose your programmer/audience from scene 1. Over the years, I have watched more films than I and my colleagues care to remember with the following storylines. The tragic buddy film. 2 soldiers, pick a war, Iraq, Vietnam, World War II, World War I, I've seen them all. Struggle through the snow, rain, mud, forest, desert. One is wounded, angry, desperate, and the other is proud, quiet, rebellious. There are flashbacks to battle, letters or pictures of girlfriends pulled out of pockets, and they usually run out of water, food, and end up barely escaping the enemy by hiding out in some dirt hole or farm basement. Or worse, they are each from opposite armies, British versus Italian, German versus American, etc., and have to help each other stay alive. Whatever. The Latino drug lord black gangster film. I put these together because they are essentially the same film. Sometimes it's the Irish good old boys with guns film. I've seen this film several hundred times, and from the opening sequence, I know exactly what's going to happen, and my friend, so do all of my colleagues. 2 guys, one a good-looking natural-born killer, the other his not-so-committed to the cause, not that great-looking best friend. They either steal money, drugs from other criminals, find a bunch of money that belongs to other criminals, or they are the avenging criminals trying to get their drugs money back. The twist on this one is when the not-so-committed-to-the-cause best friend is the little brother who is about to graduate from high school but gets shot by accident instead. The Hughes brothers have moved on. So should you. The poetic, lyrical, non-linear ode to ex-girlfriend. Plenty of old photos. Coldplay, unlicensed of course, underscores the entire film. Shots of the ocean, steel gray skies, a laughing couple playfully wrestling in the sun at Griffith Park, maybe even eating cotton candy at Coney Island. Cut to lonely guy or girl watching TV alone, walking along wetted down streets, smoking, wandering aimlessly in and out of all the old favorite places they used to go. Do what the rest of us do when we have a hard breakup. Write bleak poetry that you show no one. Compose raging emails, saved as a draft and never sent. Find a good therapist and watch Oprah's Super Soul Sunday. The Cold Mountain film. This is the period piece film. There are the slave woman and man tucked away in their beds conspiring about their imminent escape. Or it's the black slave woman who is in love with the white master. Or the other way around, and it's the white woman and her man dingo. Could be about Jesus Christ.